Belgium will transfer its F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. This was announced by the country's Minister of Defense, Theo Franken. He noted that the planes will only be handed over after Belgium receives and puts into operation its new F-35 aircraft.
We continue to receive deliveries according to schedule. The first 3 F-35s have already arrived. Now they need to become operational. I think this will take a year or a year and a half. Once we achieve operational capability, we will be able to transfer our F-16s to Ukraine.
According to the Belgian Minister of Defense, the process of deploying the F-35 is a very important phase for the Belgian Air Force and is directly linked to the transfer of aircraft to Ukraine.
This is a very important phase. I always explain this to the Ukrainians. As soon as we are able, we will transfer them. But don't forget that our country has defensive counter-air capabilities and plays an important role in NATO's nuclear deterrence policy. This is the cornerstone of our doctrine.
Ukraine received its first F-16s in the summer of 2024. On October 12th, the Institute for the Study of War reported that a Ukrainian F-16 was able to shoot down a Russian Su-34 fighter for the first time. A Ukrainian F-16 pilot also set a record for missile kills, shooting down 6 cruise missiles in a single sortie in December 2024. Meanwhile, it became known that the armed forces of Ukraine will receive American AH-1Z Viper attack helicopters and UH-1Y Venom transport helicopters. This was reported by Defense Express, citing insider information. Thus, Ukraine and the American company Bell have already signed a letter of intent to cooperate in the field of helicopters. The purchase of American helicopters will be carried out under the Foreign Military Sales Program. For this purpose, the government of Ukraine must conclude the appropriate agreement with the government of the United States. The helicopters for the Ukrainian armed forces will be purchased from Bell directly by the American government. The sale of defense equipment under the Foreign Military Sales Program requires several stages of agreement. First, the deal must be approved by the US Congress and then by the US State Department. Through the Defense Security Cooperation Agency, the Department of Defense officially announces the granting of permission for the deal. The Viper attack helicopter is a twin-engine American attack helicopter. It was developed in the 1990s and 2000s. The first flight of this attack helicopter took place in 2000. The US Army adopted it into service in 2011. The helicopter received new wings, new equipment, and new weaponry. The crew consists of 2 people. Its maximum speed reaches 287 kilometers per hour. The combat radius is over 200 kilometers. The maximum flight ceiling is about 6,000 kilometers. The flight duration is over 3 hours. On October 22nd, Ukraine and Sweden signed a memorandum of intent to purchase about 150 new Gripen fighter jets for Ukraine. As the Prime Minister of Sweden stated,
This agreement is not aimed at any specific deliveries at this moment. About 100 to 150 Gripen fighters of the E-series, which are just now beginning to be produced. This will allow Ukraine to build a very serious air force. This is the beginning of a long journey of 10 to 15 years.
Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky stated that Ukraine continues to train pilots for the Swedish Gripens. Next year should mark the beginning of the use of these aircraft.